HeyImAmethyst here. For those who are returning, welcome back to another video on my channel. For those who are new here, welcome. I just wanted to make a quick video talking about the new Winx Club reboot. I found out while I was at work that the Winx Club official channel posted the trailer for the reboot I think a day or two ago, and I was watching the unicorn, a video by the 𝗂𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃. They were talking about the reboot and their opinions about it, and watching that video, I was kind of disappointed at the fact that with the reboot, Rainbow just wasn't listening to our concerns as the audience, who are the core audience that are watching the series. So after that video, I watched the reboot, and I'm gonna say it's not great. I don't believe that the reboot is good. I'm just completely frustrated with the fact that despite us Winx Club fans for years telling Rainbow what we want in this series, and they're just missing the mark so many times, is just dropping the ball. There's an animation error in the trailer where Bloom's skirt just disappears, and sometimes the animation is fine, but in other times it just looks weird and stiff. The character designs aren't cohesive. I'm just frustrated with the fact that this is what we got with the reboot, right? Just looking at the character designs for some of the characters, Mike in the reboot just doesn't fit just doesn't capture his personality. I saw someone in the comment section from one of the videos I was watching, because I was watching other people's reactions to the Winx Club trailer. At least there's been more reactions, but I've only watched a few that are very critical of it. And someone in the comments mentioned that Mike looks like the new design, the redesigned Mike looks like a mobile game character, and I kind of agree. It's just this generic mobile game ass character design that he got. This model would work in a different universe, maybe with another person named Mike, but this doesn't fit within Winx Club. If you take the old Winx Club, take their designs and compare it to the new designs, you can tell that they did not really put any true thought and feeling into the designs. With the tricks, they didn't even do much with the redesigns, but they look better than the new Winx Club. The Winx Club outfit, they don't work. I'm fine with redesigns, but they couldn't even choose colors that work well with each other. And while I was watching the trailer, in their fairy forms, Stella and Flora, their wings look like plastic. They look like toy wings, or Halloween costume wings that they just put on. They don't feel like they're a part of the model. Rainbow could have taken inspiration from the Disney Fairies franchise and taken a look at, their winged models. I know with the pixies, their wings are meant to look like an insect's wings, but they still look like they're a part of, they worked well with the model. They could have made their wings a bit more, a bit thinner, a bit more transparent, and a lot less design and detail. If I were to show the Winx Club designs, there is just unnecessary detail in their designs. There's way too much detail in their designs. Compared to the OG designs, they were simple, but they were effective. They didn't have all these whatnots and doohickeys and weird patterns in their designs. As they gained new fairy forms, yes, their designs became more complicated, and in my humble opinion, I feel as the show went on, their designs got way too complicated, and at the same time way too samey too. They were just trying too hard to make it all sparkly and pretty and put all these designs. But what made the old designs work was that, yes, they chose like really nice colors that complemented the girls, but they were simple. They didn't need all these like ruffles and patterns, and they just do not work as well. Uh, and in their transformations too, like some of the transformations are like a hit or miss, especially with Musa. Like, why did they have to choose like American flag colors like in her transformation sequence? Um, and it's and it's just with all these issues going on, like with as like the seasons go went on, it just showed us as the audience that Rainbow isn't really putting enough time and care into the designs and in the story too. Like the story just got so botched and discombobulated, and they kidified the girls. They didn't allow them to grow up. Like there's just been so much worry, and then the AI accusations. Like I was on Twitter when I found out that Rainbow was hiring people to generate prompts for like AI, and I was just worried about it because as I've said in my previous video about my previous videos on AI, I'm like neutral on it. I don't mind people using AI as long as they're using it responsibly. And I've had someone brought up like the environmental impacts of AI too, which I will say it is concerning, which is why I do feel like people should encourage the coders making the algorithms to invent new algorithms that don't take up so much energy. Because before people and some people, because I know there are some people in the comments out there that just are AI bros and stuff like that. I'm going to school for computer science, okay? I like coding. I like developing new software and technologies and stuff like that. But what I'm not a fan of is people abusing said technology, especially if it's hurting a group of people. Generative AI, because there's like a difference between AI that's used in like games, you know, like AI algorithms for like enemies or for like other algorithms. This is like generative AI that I'm talking about. Like generative AI, like it's being abused so much. Companies are using it as a complete replacement, and not a tool to like really help. And they're not doing their research. They're not doing their research into what AI models are out there that are stealing from artists. They're not making their own, where they're not taking art without consent. Like, and they're not being transparent about it too. Like, I'm all for the advancement of AI as long as it's not being abused, and it's being abused right now, especially with Google. Like when I go to search for something, if I just want to do a mobile search, the first tab that I see when I'm doing a mobile search is the AI mode. Like I don't want to fucking use the AI mode, and it's being pushed in our faces. It's not being done moderately. People are just using AI to just as a replacement to do their schoolwork or and stuff like that, which is why in colleges, at least in my college that I'm going to, they don't want you using AI because people are just going to use and abuse it and just pass it off as their own. And I saw a short where this person was talking about a study that was done where people took people, like they separated people into three groups: one that didn't have access to AI or Google, one that used Google, and one that solely used like ChatGPT. And they noticed that the people who used ChatGPT had less brain activity than the ones that used Google and the ones that just used their brains. So with people just using AI and just not really putting much effort into it, we're not really using our brains. We're just letting everything we're just letting the AI do all the work for them. Like we should be using AI as a tool. We shouldn't be using it to just as a replacement to just get our stuff done. We have our brains for a reason, and people are just choosing not to use it. And it's sad that with the Winx Club franchise, even if if AI wasn't involved with making the complete designs, it was definitely like it's still tainted with AI. It's still used in the process. It wasn't being used properly. Like the designs are just not great. And of course they put pink on Bloom again. Like pink doesn't go well with Bloom. Like she's a fire fairy. Like why is there pink in her design? There shouldn't be pink in her design. And especially compared to like the earlier concepts of Rainbow's redesigns. Like I liked some of, because before like Bloom had like a short and Stella had a skirt. Some of the earlier redesigns, they were simpler and I liked the earlier concepts, but like this concept that we were left with, it looks horrible. Like I'll probably put them up on screen, like the earlier redesigns that were shown compared to like the ones that we got. Like you can't tell me that these look good. I liked the earlier concepts of the redesigns a lot better. They just don't look good. And going back to like the whole like situations with people just not liking the redesign, like not liking the reboot, because in the video I've watched by 𝗃𝗀𝗶𝗃𝗀, like they mentioned about like people in the community just pretty much, you know, trying to defend Rainbow, and they're just going after people who are criticizing the direction that Rainbow is taking. And like what they said in the video, I understand that y'all appreciate the show and you love the show, but just because someone is criticizing the show, it doesn't mean that they're hating on it. Just like y'all, we love the show and we grew up on the show, and we just want to see the show get better. We just want Rainbow to do better, and we're expressing our frustrations because Rainbow is not listening to us. The people at Rainbow are not listening to what we have to say, and they're not implementing the stuff that we're trying to say. Like in one of the videos criticizing the reboot, I've already found, like, because before I don't really interact with the Winx Club community as much because I mainly watch the show. Sometimes I see fan art on Instagram or in other places, but I don't really comment or interact. So I never really got to see like the types of comments that the 𝘃𝗀𝗶𝗃𝗀 was talking about. And when I went into the video, one of the videos criticizing the reboot, like I've already started seeing these types of comments. Like there was like this one comment that was saying, I was getting frustrated about that were complaining about people in the community just saying saying that it's AI for everything they don't like. And there are already like comments underneath some of these comments, like telling these people that that's not the case and why people are upset. Like yes, like there's like a big problem in the art community where people are just accusing other artists of using AI without really asking them questions and without definitive proof. But um but still, considering the looks of the redesigns and the fact that, you know, there has been news that Rainbow has been hiring these AI engineers and stuff like that, and the fact that Rainbow isn't really denying these claims, it makes it seem like they are involving AI in the process. So of course people are gonna call them out and accuse them of using AI. And plus, you can't look at the designs and tell me that AI wasn't involved. Um, like yes, it's annoying sometimes, but just because just because we hate something doesn't mean we should just ignore it, you know? Because if we ignore it, that just gives Rainbow the incentive that, oh, people aren't complaining, so I guess they like it. If there are shady business practices going on, or there's directions in the show or in shows that people aren't happy with, they have every right to like criticize and call them out and say that this is not what made the show special. We can't just sit back and just let it happen, you know, because these are shows that we grew up with, and we just want to see the show get better. And the fact that these people are just kind of just kissing this company's ass, like, I'm just gonna say how it is. Y'all are looking like EA and Nintendo sympathizers right now with this type of behavior. Like, just because somebody has a different opinion of you doesn't mean you have to come after them for it. Like, if you guys can't respect other people's opinions and you guys are just arguing with people over it, like, I honestly wonder how y'all function in the real world, because you won't be able to get very far if you can't if you can't interact with other people who have different opinions and different life experiences. like if you like the reboot trailer and you feel excited for the new series, then go right ahead. Don't let our criticism stop you, you know, because people like different things. Just don't come after us criticizing the show, because just like you have a right to like it, we have a right to dislike it, and we have a right to voice why we don't, and we have a right to voice why we don't like it, just like you have a right to voice why you like it. You shouldn't be coming after people, arguing with people because they have a different opinion than you, when all they're trying to do is just express why they're frustrated within the series. And I was originally going to make like a Nintendo and EA video just ranting about the situation with EA and the situation with Nintendo, but I just saw this piece of news and I was just annoyed with the fact that some of the problems that I've been having within those communities, like with how people are just defending EA and Nintendo, I'm seeing that here in the Winx community. And someone else said in the comments that this is something that's affecting a lot of communities now lately. And I'm just kind of frustrated, because why are we just becoming so complacent with companies just not listening to what we're asking for, and we're just okay with them treating us as if we're dumb, and just as if we're just going to accept anything. And it's just, I'm just like frustrated with the fact that this is the direction that Rainbow is deciding to take. Like, I understand that the show was originally for kids, but just because a show is for kids, it doesn't mean it has to dumb down everything. Like, kids aren't stupid. There are shows that are for kids out there that have great character designs, they have great storylines, you know, like Avatar: The Last Airbender, My Little Pony, like the fourth generation, not the new one, the one before it. Like, if I think of more shows that are for kids that have great character designs, that have great story, I'll probably put them up on the screen. But yeah, kids aren't dumb. They deserve better. They deserve good quality content, not this 𝘂𝗀𝗄𝗃 type shit that they're getting nowadays. And it's kind of sad, because back in the day, like, there were kids shows that have, you know, like 90s shows that have more mature themes within their kids shows. And as the years goes on, I just wonder where this idea that kids are dumb and they don't understand and we need to kidify everything, that I don't know where that idea came from. Because, and the fact that companies are just putting this out and parents are like showing these types of shows to their kids, it's like, it's affecting their brain development. And like, we're like, these types of generic ass shows that don't really add any substance, they're like affecting their brain development for these kids, you know. We're kind of like making them a bit dumber by putting shows that don't have any depth to them, and they're just soulless. Like, we're kind of fulfilling our own like stereotypes in a way. And And it's sad because like a lot of the kid shows that I really liked as a kid that were shows that had substance to them, especially like the educational ones that aren't so hyper. They don't have like hyperactive voices, and they weren't so annoying to hear. Like a lot of the old shows that I used to watch, they weren't like the new shows that are now, and it's mainly because they weren't annoying, they weren't dumb, they weren't kinified, they had substance to them. And to see this type of content like change into this like slop is just disheartening. Like Rainbow could have done so much with the show. They could have fleshed out the show more. They could have made amazing storylines, but instead they just turned it into like this generic kid slop. Like going back to the trailer, like if you looked at the source material with Bloom, right? She was a girl who loved to draw. Like I love that they kept that in this reboot too. But she loved fairies. She loved fantasy things. Like if she discovered that she had powers, she wouldn't be hiding it. She wouldn't be trying to be a normal girl, like this miraculous ladybug type shit. Like, if she found out that she had powers, she would have immediately gone to her parents and showed them. It probably would have turned into a bit where she discovers she has powers. She goes to tell her parents, but she can't do it because she can't control it. Like that could have. Like in the show, it was shown that she can't really control her powers. I feel like that could have been something like some scenes in the show that they could have done, but they didn't do that. And then with the specialist, right? They generified the specialist. They took away what made them them. Like they took away their unique character traits, and they made them look like they kind of made them like weak looking, but because I know they're supposed to be 16, but there are 16-year-olds that have bigger builds, and they made them all skinny and childlike, which is just ridiculous. And then with the character designs, like in like the ogre in the forest, like the ogre in the forest, like it's just like some generic ass ogre, but it looks like realistic. It doesn't match the art style in any way. But if you looked at the original Winx Club, like the ogre that was in the forest, his name was Nut, and he had so much personality in his character design, and he wasn't just some generic ass ogre. And it's just like, if you take some of these character designs and compare them with the show, the reboot, like you can see that they weren't referencing the source material, and they weren't like looking at these characters' personalities and redesigning them based on their personalities. Like with Mike, he doesn't look like the Mike from the show. He looks like some alternate universe Mike in a different franchise, a different universe. Like I like the model, but it doesn't match with the rest of the models. Some of the models just do not match the style that they're going for. And they tried so hard with the girls' designs, and they did so little with the Trix designs. Like they practically kept the Trix. They didn't change much with the Trix's designs. They just improved on them a little bit. And I like the Trix's designs better than the main girls' designs. Which is just I don't understand it. It's just I just have no words to describe how frustrated it is to have with these changes, and the fact that Rainbow just doesn't really understand their core audience. Like even in the I think it was like on Twitter that I was seeing this, where they were like teasing the trailer, and they put the old Winx Club designs in the trailer, so they were trying to captivate the old Winx Club fans. So they know that they're trying to hype up the old Winx Club fans, but they're not listening to us. They're not listening to why we become so engrossed in the show and why we become attached to the show in the first place. And they're trying to appeal to this new audience, while giving them subpar quality. Like this is subpar quality. It hits in some areas, but it doesn't hit completely. And that's the issue that I'm having, and the AI stuff too. Like, this just shows me that Rainbow has just become one of those companies that cares more about like making money or appealing to certain stockholders or something like that. I don't know. Instead of like listening to their audience. And I'm already frustrated with Nintendo and EA. I will make a video on that soon and start talking about that. But this just shows me that Rainbow is not a company worth supporting anymore. If they're just going to like use AI and not be transparent about it and not be transparent about the process, and if they're just not going to give us old fans and the new fans the quality that we deserve, then I'm just going to just not support this company anymore. I'm tired. I'm tired of like holding hope and hoping that things would get better. It's not getting better with this franchise. I just hope that someone comes up and creates a show that is like Winx Club, but not a carbon copy. I want a show that takes inspiration from Winx Club. I want a company that isn't blinded by greed, that actually listens to the responses of the people watching the show, of their fans, and just creates something that scratches that Winx Club itch and just, gives a good storyline, gives good character designs. I need somebody to make a show like Winx Club that will actually listen to its audience, because I'm tired of waiting for Rainbow to deliver like the quality show that we also deserve. But anyway, that's all that I just have to say. If you are excited about the reboot, be excited about it, because you have the right to like things. You have the right to like be excited about stuff and find joy in things. Just don't come after people who aren't happy with the show and are giving constructive criticism, because that just makes you look like a bootlicker, someone who or a rainbow sympathizer. Like, just don't do it. Just respect other people's opinions. Don't be harassing people just because they have a different opinion than you. Let's just all be respectful. If there are people excited for the show, just let them be excited for the show. Don't come after them. If people aren't excited for the show and they're disappointed, don't come after them too. Just respect each other's opinions and just be nice to each other, please. But anyways, I'm gonna go. I hope you guys have a good rest of your day, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye, everybody.